teaching for about 10 years now, and I still get confused as to what family and community engagement really means. When I first began working, it was called parent education. The program I taught in provided parent meetings to introduce teachers and to share the curriculum and the mission of the program. We were the experts who were supposed to share our knowledge and expertise with parents. I always felt a bit uncomfortable with this because I knew that the parent and families knew more about their child than I did. So who really was the expert?
Yeah, that was the way we thought about it back then.
And then parent education turned into parent involvement. Now instead of parent involvement, we call it family engagement. As a beginning teacher, I intuitively knew that I needed to get my families involved in their child's experiences in the program. But sometimes trying to get parents involved really went overboard. I once worked in a program where if the parents didn't get involved in ways the program wanted, like volunteering in a classroom, they were allowed to get out of it by paying an extra fee.
You know, family and community engagement has always been important in my family childcare program. I serve mostly working families. Childcare is a necessity for them. Volunteering during the day isn't really an option. Instead of making them feel more burdened, I give them different ways to participate.
How did you do that?
The first thing I do is develop relationships with them. You can't know what families need or want without having some type of relationship with them. Some families aren't interested in volunteering, like the ones who would have paid the extra fee. But they might want to volunteer in other ways, like helping prepare materials for activities or bringing snacks once in a while.
But I've had families who really just want to drop the child off at the door in the morning and pick them up at the end of the day. I struggle to start a conversation just to get to know them.
Well, every family has a different idea of what school is. Their ideas may be different from ours. For me, family engagement starts with finding out about each child's interests and how the families view their roles. Then, I'm better prepared to help them find ways to participate that satisfy their needs and mine.
Well, that feels more natural. It starts us off on common ground and gives us something to build on.
Welcome to the competency area, family and community engagement. CompSat provides 4 framing questions to help guide your experience. What does family engagement mean to you, and how does your understanding compare to what it means to your families? What are the benefits of inviting families into a shared learning community for all its members? How does building relationships with families and your community impact your curriculum to support children's identity development? In their conversation, Maggie and Isabel discussed many of the key concepts in the family and community engagement competency. Children develop in the context of families and communities. Families bring different values, beliefs, strengths, practices, skills, interests, and needs into their relationships with early childhood educators. Partnering with families plays an important role in supporting the child's growth, development, and learning, with the end goal of greater benefits for the child's health, safety, and well-being. Partnering with families allows information to be shared between families and the early childhood providers beyond the walls of the school or program.
We suggest that you begin with CompSat video bitten again. In this video, you will see how the CompSat protocol, called Keys to Reflection and Inquiry, can be used.
Enjoy the journey of your professional growth.